This is Luis Martin, the art engineer, and this is my last video in Merida. So I want to use all of my magazines that I'm not going to be taking home because, for whatever reason, Elvis is hiding in the corner over there somewhere working diligently behind a curtain, and I am here with the air conditioner on. It's a beautiful day. I hope it's a beautiful day where you are too. So thank you for all your comments on the music. Oh, what a great conversation about music. Everybody was giving me some of the things they listen to and some podcast suggestions, so keep them coming. There is no music as I do this, but I think I will add it post-production, so let me know how that works. I'm getting all fancy, you guys. Post-production, hashtag. Okay, so I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 magazines. This I'm taking home, but the rest I'm thinking of leaving. So let's just dive in, shall we? All right, so this is the Arqueología Mexicana magazine, which is just like full of beautiful things that I'm having a hard time cutting because they're just so beautiful and I kind of want to learn. I have one of these in my house and it's just so beautiful to see it dissected and explaining what every little nook and cranny means. So that's kind of difficult for me to be like, let's add that to something else. But I encourage you to kind of go into that uncomfortable space. So maybe I'll take this and kind of reimagine it, right? Okay, so I'll do that. All right, so I have my tools. I mean, it's really important. Also, a pro tip is if you have an image that you really, really like and you only have one of, go to Staples. Go to Staples and make a bunch of color copies. And I'm going to tell you, take advantage of your amenities because I'm here in Mexico and there's no Staples here. I mean, there are other copy centers, but it's not as easy as, you know, like when you know where to go or where there's a darn Staples at every corner. So if you have a local place you go to, support them. If not, go make your art and go to Staples. So my idea for this, I think, I'm gonna try not to decimate it too much and just kind of use the elements to create a new version of it. I'm sorry if I'm hurting you, but I will try to make something beautiful with you all the same. Yes, I talk to things. It's a good practice, right? We're in this beautiful Airbnb, and there are a few spiders. There are a few spiders that have built their condominiums and their homes on the banisters, and they're these beautiful, like, intricate spider webs that have probably been there way before we even thought of coming this time around. So I don't want to go and destroy that. So I just wave every morning and say, all right, I'll stay here, you stay there, we'll be cool. I'm only here for a minute. And it's worked. So that's a nice way to think about things instead of being afraid, right? As a matter of fact, fun story. We went to Costa Rica once, and in the middle of the night, I had to go to the restroom. So I got up, went to the restroom, and there was a huge tarantula. Huge, I mean the size of like a little chihuahua or something. But it was really hairy. And I thought, you know what, this is your house. I'm just here for the night. Sorry, good night, I'll hold it. And then I called the next morning to the front desk and they're like, oh yeah, no worries, we'll go pick him up. I thought my life was in danger, but no. So just keep the peace and keep walking, which is what I did. All right, so this is out. It doesn't have to make sense right away, but I'll play with it. Here's another magazine. This is a great magazine, a Mexican magazine, Chilango. I cut out part of the O. Chilango actually means a person from Mexico City. Word of the day, Chilango. So if you're kind of like a New Yorker, you know, what would you call a New Yorker? I don't know. But in Mexico City, if you're from Mexico City, you're at Chilango. And it's a fabulous magazine, as you can see. Want to see something really cool? Look what they have here. They have these like Starbucks, you know, addict. Starbucks has this amazing little spheres, coffee spheres that they call them, and it's basically like little coffee caviar. I don't like it, but I think it's cool that there's new things here that we don't have in the States just yet. They're probably trying it out. So this is the queer issue, or for the pride issue, which is really fun. So let's see what I can get from here. So I think I've already extracted a lot of things that I liked, which is why I'm not taking these home. I'm giving you like a whole Mexican history lesson here. This is Juan Gabriel, who was a gay icon or a queer icon who never came out of the closet, unfortunately, but was very overtly, openly queer. As a matter of fact, when asked, Juan, are you gay? He just simply stated, you don't question the things you can see, which is kind of toxic, but whatever. Anyway, he was brilliant. His music is brilliant. Highly recommended. Juan Gabriel. There will be a test. So you see, I don't see, other than colors, I don't see a lot of things that I like. Okay. Other than colors, I don't see a lot of things that I wanted to cut out. So you know what, I'm just gonna start collecting things and then we'll cut in a minute. So that's a really good strategy, right? When you are collaging and you don't necessarily have a plan, which is me every time I come to the table, I just collect colors, make my own little collage kit pack for my table, for my session. This is another great magazine, Travesias. I don't know what that means. And it's really beautifully designed. I got this at the Starbucks, where they still have magazines for sale, and it's impeccable graphic design. Like gorgeous. Moody. And this is actually here in Merida. So Merida is kind of like the Williamsburg of Mexico right now. It's being gentrified. A lot of the locals can't live here anymore. So it's an interesting conversation, a very familiar conversation for me that I'm from New York. But as a Mexican, I feel like I have the duty to come and kind of contribute to the place where my father's from, right? So that's an interesting conversation. Again, I am collecting textures. Check that out, isn't that beautiful? I think I might have enough. All right, we also have this GQ from Spain and this Vogue. I feel like I was really critical of this Vogue, but then I ended up using a lot of the stuff, so it goes to show, don't cancel out things right away, because you never know. Like, I like this pink. She kind of annoys me because this is Mexican Vogue. Not a lot of Mexicans are that tall and skinny, but they're still selling the idea. But, oh, love this. We're going places here. Curtains are always a good idea. Okay, here we go. GQ Spain, España. That would be so beautiful. I've also noticed a lot more collage in graphic design at the moment, so that's kind of exciting, right? Don't get mad. Quite the opposite. When you see something that you're doing that and other people are doing it too, just understand that that means there's more opportunity for you to contribute too. It's like a door, right? Beautiful pink. I want to read this article. This was another singer who I think was also queer. I don't know. Fun. I love hands. These hands are keeping me up at night. So let me get this. And I think I'll start with that. Okay, I think we have enough. So when you are doing your collages, you know, get at least 5, 6 images or elements. We have this beautiful element, but I'll start with the hands. And I'm already seeing something that they're all kind of warm colors. So that contrast that I often look for, I have to keep that in mind if I want to implement that. And the air conditioning, so everything's flying around. Okay, let's go. So it's a heat wave in New York. Where are you guys? Is it a heat wave there? Someone responded to my last question about music with musicals. I didn't realize how much I really do appreciate musicals. There are a few songs that I have as emergency tunes, right? Like anytime I'm like sad, depressed, or like I really need to just snap out of it, meaning either sadness or anger. Actually, I'm never really angry, but I think sadness. So there is Don't Rain on My Parade, yes. A bit of a stereotype, a bit of a cliche, but it's a great song that just makes everything okay. Another one by Fosse as well is, or from a Fosse movie, is Maybe This Time. Fun. All right, I have hands. That's kind of good. More hands. Do I need more hands? 3 hands are always fun. And then another really fun song is Into the Woods. It's kind of I just really like the prologue because it's so deep. It's like, you know, not being afraid of the woods because the woods are just trees. It's cool. It's a good mom troll. Here we go. And we have 3 hands. Put that to the side. All right, so I really, really love this setup. I mean, this is a great picture, so right off the bat, it's gonna be a little bit easier to make something beautiful out of this. But I love the idea of curtains. When I was a teenager, I had a very boring room because it was just, you know, white walls. I guess every room is white walls, right? So it was 4 white walls, and I thought, you know what? I'm gonna take my grandma's blue velvet curtains and pin them to the wall and make kind of this ruffled feeling. And my room transformed, and all of a sudden my room became my stage. And I never looked back because now everywhere I go, I try to do that. I mean, if it wasn't for all this, I think our apartment would look like, you know, a brothel. But not that good. You know what I mean. So I have this. So let's see. So beautiful. Okay. So there's no need to go crazy. I mean, if it gives you life and you can meditate to cutting everything specifically, go for it. But you saw how I kind of just mimicked the waves of the element, and that works. You can go back and make it more specific or more detailed, but for me, I don't have that kind of patience. Ooh, look at the other side. This is a great other side. Okay. That's kind of fun, or maybe not. We'll play with it. So I kind of really want to take my time, since it is my last video in Merida this time around. Kind of want to enjoy the process. So if you have to go do something, take me with you. I'll be here for a minute. I remember once my friend said she was in a waiting line and she was watching the video, and she took me with her, and it went that much quicker. So if you need to go to the DMV, let's go. Ooh, that's not symmetrical, is it? For this one, I think the symmetry is important. Okay, this is something. So there's a piece of a leg here which would drive me crazy, but I know it's not a final product, so I'm not going to go crazy. But I will, however, marry that because I think that looks good. I do feel weird being in the same room as Elvis and not talking to him. Hi, Elvis.
Hello.
He's seriously diligently working. Oh, look at that. Adoration. So, letters. Maybe we can put this here. Oh, wow. I cut it now. I'm putting it back. That's fine. Yes. that works. I'm not gonna seal the deal just yet. What else do we cut out? Miss Skinny Lady. Beautiful yellow. Pink. This is what I liked. So I wanted to use this, but it's so similar. Let's see if we can do something interesting. The colors are so similar that it's almost monochromatic. Someone asked me on Instagram the other day what I thought about monochromatic collages, and I thought they're amazing, but it requires a lot of discipline. Because you're making something yellow and then you're like, oh, wouldn't green be great here? And there went your monochromatic collage. But hey, it's just a road to getting to where you want to go, right? So if you have fun monochromatic collage, send it over, let's look at it. Ooh, wow, look at that, don't like it. Actually, you can't tell what it is, but I do like it here more, just because it breaks up something. And I want to get rid of all of these letters, because that's just not fun. I'm going to marry that, although I think I will eventually end up covering it up. So I did this, right? And it's really cool. Look at that. I just realized the back is also very cool. And it reads like I have. So that might be something I want to play with in a minute. Or not. Okay, now we need something for our stage. That's beautiful. I also have my CD that I brought. But you know what? Because it's not at arm's length, I'll do what I did last time. I will make a square instead. Look, it's an M. And what if this is what goes behind the curtains? Wow, I really like that. We did a window. That is kind of stunning. Okay, I think I like this. Again, the colors are a little black, but we can fix that easily. Okay. I thought that M would be really cool, but maybe next time. And this is kind of cool, this contrast of blue and orange. And I tend to go for the kind of less is more, but you know what, sometimes go for the more is more. See what happens. And I tend to be symmetrical, and this is kind of asymmetrical. So you know what, I'm just gonna go ahead and kind of take you with me on this messy journey. Let's see what happens. I just realized I have to keep this video short, or else it'll take me 9 hours, and I'm not kidding. 9 hours to upload this to YouTube. The last one that I did here, which was very short, took me 9 hours. But you know, different world, different gravity. So I want to take my time, but I will be aware. All right, so I think I need something else. I haven't found what I'm looking for. I think that's a song. Depeche Mode. Oh no, it's U2. I've been away too long. What's his name? That's right. Juan Gabriel. That's kind of fun. I can't pass by this and not talk about that. Someone made a tarot deck out of papel picado, which is, I don't even want to think about it because it's going to make me want to go to Mexico City just to buy it. Let's do something with this pink. And you see, I just want the color, so I'm just gonna use the shape to guide me to how this might play out. What an interesting shape, right? That creates some interesting, okay, this I instantly love, okay. Something's happening. All right, this is magic. This is when it turns the corner and it's like, hi, I'm a collage. I mean, that's the only reason you need patience, really, to kind of let things become, right? I was having a conversation with an artist, and that's what she told me. I want to take my time and let things become. Become what? Who knows? Who cares? Let it become. That's cool. So what's happening here? Inadvertently. So we have created depth, right? So there's a background, there's a foreground, there's a middle ground. So all of a sudden, all of these layers are kind of taking their place in space, which makes for a great collage. Oof. This is very cool. Hands are so expressive, and there's this yearning in this, right? I will have to marry this. Okay. Now I can look at things with a different eye because now I know it needs something. Now I'm looking for something completely different. Maybe we can play with some text. So check this out. Let's see if this will work. Yes, that did work. Okay, I'm gonna hold on to that because I'm gonna try it once more with this other word. So this word is orgullo, which means pride, and marcha. So it means pride in parade, I guess, or I think it means pride on display as well is what it could mean, which is a lovely sentiment. All right. So I love it because now it has like a secret message that only you and I know about. So this hand is saying, pride on display. Wow. Okay. I like this very much. What do I not like? Okay. So they're too similar, yeah? in size. So let's maybe cut one in half and see what happens, or maybe in threes even. So this kind of cuts the symmetry of them, and this kind of cuts the, yes, that's so much cooler. Let's see if I can even incorporate the third one. Do I need the third one? I think I do. Maybe I just need this. So now I'm kind of just fine-tuning it and being, okay. I was gonna say I was being fussy, which I was, but at the end I think it'll work out and my fussiness will pay off. Very cool. I'm happy with this. I think different things come out when you take your, when you take your time, or when you allow yourself to kind of just explore. I'm fussy. I can see this. But that would be a really interesting experiment. Make a 2-minute collage and make a 20-minute collage. See what the differences are. So maybe you realize that you work a lot better faster, or that you work a lot better slower, or with more time, right? I enjoy both, but they do come from totally different places in my head. All right, I think we have a collage. I think I'll snip this off. Yes. Oh, it's like monumental pride. I'm just gonna use my friend over here, use my friend over here. And this is a collage. This is the last collage for Merida on this trip. I hope to come back soon and make a bunch more. But what a great image, because this is exactly how I feel in Merida. It's like, yes, thank you, and I'm just giving it all away because I'm proud and I'm on display. So I hope you are proud and on display wherever you are. Thank you for hanging out. Let me know what you're doing, and I challenge you. Take a 2-minute collage session, then make a 20-minute collage session. See what happens. All right, this is Luis Martin, the art engineer, and Elvis is in the corner over there. Bye, Elvis.
Bye.
I'll see you back in the States. Bye.